Our horse journey started last year when we started building fencing, running water lines, and electrical, and putting up a horse barn throughout the year. Then in August of 2023, we got Becky her horse, Holiday, and brought her home to our farm. A few months later, we brought home Sterling for me to ride. The only problem?
Whoa.
I couldn't safely ride him. Now, 7 months later, we're taking Sterling back to his owner and looking for a horse that I can ride. This horse that Becky found online, Jack, might be the one, but something just doesn't seem right about him. Could we be getting scammed?
So we had a miscommunication on the ownership of Sterling. We had brought him home. We tried him out for a while. We thought we could work it out, and we were unable to ride him. I think he was just too fresh, and we are very new to horses. We're in training as much as he was, so I didn't think it worked out, and that's why we had to take him back to his previous owner.
Okay, so we got Sterling home, and on the same day we met Jack. How did you find Jack?
I found him through a website. I messaged the guy about another horse that seemed perfect for us, but he had sold him, and he said I had another horse that would work just as well. And so I asked for, pictures, video, information, and he sent over stuff, and it looked good. I even had our horse trainer call him, talk to him, and she said everything seemed good. So we went over and checked him out. She actually got on and rode him for a little bit and recommended us not to get on and that we would do training with him because he was a little bit, she called fresh, so he needed to be rode a little bit. It looks like that he had been just not rode for a while. So she thought perfect just to bring for training, that we can work on through different things with him.
And we got him loaded in the trailer, all right?
Yeah, he loaded dress. So before we went, I had asked him, because we had a smaller trailer, a 2-horse, and I go, is he gonna have issues with that? We can get a bigger trailer if he would not want to load into that trailer. And he goes, no, he loads perfect. So when we got there, he did load just up there perfect, like no issues whatsoever.
So we just brought home a new horse. We don't know a ton about him. We had our trainer go with us so she could look him over. She was kind of iffy on whether I could handle him or not with my abilities, but she thought we could get there with him. So let's introduce you to our new horse, Jack. Don't do that. Jack. Yeah. Here we go. We fed Jack. So our biggest concern about Jack here are these lesions or patches of missing hair here on his neck. There's like 3 or 4 on one side and then 3 or 4 on the other side. We've got a vet check coming up in about a week, but is this something bigger than we're aware of? Is this a disease that we shouldn't bring here?
Then we went to go to load him up for training. A week later? Oh man, he did not want to load whatsoever. He acted like he was scared to death of the trailer. And we thought that was a weird switch. There was nothing that happened since then, and he did not want to load. And then when he reared up, he would go halfway in and then he would spook and rear up. And that last time he cut his forehead, just slashed it right open.
I guess just close her up and we can go. I don't know what to do. Yeah, you can call her if you want. We just tried to load Jack to go to our first lesson with him. If I could try to ride him, he wouldn't load the trailer. And he gashed his forehead really bad on the trailer. We can't load him up to go to lessons. How am I ever gonna use him? How am I gonna work with him? We need a horse that'll trailer load.
So we had to call the vet and have the vet come out and do stitches on him.
Woo. Here's one of our pea chicks that hatched out last year. Look at this, guys. So today's video is sponsored by PDS Debt. PDS Debt has customized options for anyone struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills. If you're making payments every month on your debt and your balances aren't going down, then this program is for you. There you go. So everyone with 10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies. And there is no minimum credit score required. Bad and fair credit is accepted, and you can save thousands in interest and fees while paying off your debt in a fraction of the time. Check out our handsome I Am Chimani Rooster here. Whoa! They are a top-rated company on Google, and they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Many of their reviews mention PDS employees by name, so you know they care about helping you get out of debt. So we've been there. We've had debt from properties, our car loans, our student loans, and even medical bills from some of our kids' births. The system is set up so we can't get out of debt. It can be really stressful, cause a lot of fights and anxiety, and I wish PDS debt had been available when we went through something like that. You don't have to go it alone. There is a way out, and help is available. PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds. Just head over to pdsdebt.com/whitehouse to get your free debt assessment today. Oh, it's so gross. I think I need to stop the bleeding a little bit. He's shaking. He's so nervous.
How'd you like that vet bill for the stitches?
I didn't think it was too bad since she had to come out, but it just stunk that we didn't own this horse. We took him out for a trial. He said, that's fine. The owner said that was just fine to take him for a trial, see if he worked out, because we're gonna take him for lessons and see if he was good for us. And he's like, that's fine. So it just stinks to spend that much money on a horse that you don't even own. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
So we were able to get a vet out today to have surgery on the head. Oh, come here, Jack. What are you doing? Hey, now I can't get a look at it. Jack. So we were able to get stitches, and there's a silver spray on it right now, but he was able to have that wound stitched up. Don't even own the horse yet, and he's been expensive.
How is he getting along with Holiday?
Oh, Holiday did not like him. She would pin him up in the corners and kind of hold him there for a while, and we'd have to go out there and kind of get him moved.
He was stuck here in
He
the
was stuck
stall.
in the stalls. If we had to close the gates off, because if he got stuck in here, she would just hold him in here all day. So yeah, for some reason she did not like him. Kind of does that. She did that to Sterling, but she ended up loving Sterling. She's getting along with him just fine.
So then we went and got your dad's trailer to take
Come on,
him
Jack.
to training.
We've got a bigger trailer today. We've actually went and bought a new trailer. I'm gonna go over the trailers here soon, but we cannot get Jack loaded. He's just too afraid of trailers now. This is not going well. Come on, Jack.
When Jake went to unload him, he freaked out again and busted his other eye, and we were afraid he was gonna need stitches again. I was like, oh my gosh. So I think he was fine. We got the bleeding to stop. We put medicine on it and it was fine. But I was just like, we cannot have this. I know there's issues with horses with trailers, but everything about that horse was just red flag. So it was just not for us.
So things are not working out with Jack. We took Jack to the trainer today, see if we could even ride him, and got him in after some struggles, but then on the way out, he reared up again and bashed his eye in. So he's got quite a mess. His face is quite a mess now with the stitches and the big cut above his eye. So we're just gonna take him back. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work out. But we have another horse that is here at our trainers that looks like we might be able to work with.
So we called the owner and worked it out that we could just drop him off back at his place, and we were able to, with help, get him loaded and safely transported back to his house. We unloaded him and he put him in a stall, and he said that he might have somebody that might be perfect for him that had called and was looking for a horse. So not sure if that's gonna work out, but I'm glad he's going somewhere that can, a good home.
My goodness, we've been waiting for this day for a while. I am excited for a couple reasons. One, we've got a new trailer. So we had a really small trailer. It was a 2-horse straight load. And if you've ever loaded horses before, it was just tight. We could get Holiday in and she'd do all right, but trying to get Sterling or Jack in there caused a lot of problems, especially for Jack, who reared up both going in and then coming out of that thing. We've got a much bigger trailer, a real tack room. We just had a little tack room before in the other one. Lots of space for things we could sleep in here. We have room for 3 horses with slants here, so the horse can come in there, tie up, slant in, horse, slant, horse, and then the back door. So the amount of space is amazing. The second thing that we're excited about today is that we're gonna bring home our second horse. And I'm pretty excited because I've never had a horse that was one that I could ride. And so Becky and I, for the first time, you've seen a lot of videos in our stories of us walking him around the property. We have a mile around the property and walking them down by the creek, things like that. Well, we could ride Holiday, but we can never ride a second horse. And so today we can finally ride a second horse together. It's our dream. It's Becky's dream. It's my dream. Something that we're really excited about.
All the way up, Liz.
All the way up. Yep. Easy as pie.
Oh yeah. So our trainer knew we were having so much issues finding a decent horse. So she had suggested that there's a horse for sale there at the barn, but it was higher than we were budgeting. Jake rode him, said he was the best trainee he ever had there. So he had a great time riding him. He was a perfect horse, good for kids, good for beginners.
All right, Chip. What do you think? So we're gonna install it first. We'll get the emus in, and then we'll let Holiday and Chip out and let them get to know each other for a little bit today. He's been kind of a dry lot for quite a while, so he's gonna be excited about being on the pasture. And then either later tonight or tomorrow, we're going on our first horse ride around the farm. Pretty exciting, huh?
We brought him home, and I think he's getting along with Holiday pretty good. She's still boss. She's just a bossy girl.
So you excited to ride together today for the first time?
Yeah. So I had been taking Holiday out riding, and if I had Sterling, I would have to take Sterling with me because just he'd go crazy if he was here by himself. So I would take him along with us. So today, Jake gets to actually ride with me.
We have got our horses all saddled up here, and they were extra dirty today, but we've got them cleaned up, ready to go for a little ride around the property. We don't have everything perfect yet. We don't have the bit Chip likes. I've got it coming in, and don't have a saddle pad. I've got a blanket here, but we're gonna give this a little test ride around here. All right. Hey, we can see into the emu yard. So Becky, what do you think? Both on a horse.
This is my dream. My next dream would be all of us as a family out horseback riding.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Feels good. I can finally relax. We've had a scary few weeks with horses, so I'm relieved to have a good one. Ow! Oh gosh, it's tall. Well, this has been quite an adventure. We can go for a little walk here.
Are you on holiday? Whoa! Whoa! Was that fun?